Meanwhile, back here in the Hoosier State, Snyder Panthers, one of several teams gearing up to make a run at a state championship. Tonight, the 109th IHSAA state tournament tipping off with games all over Northeast Indiana. We begin at Wayne, and a good case for seeding. Two of the best in 4A going at it in round one. 6th-ranked Homestead taking on number 16 Huntington North. Sparty got out and rolling to start. Luke Goody dialing it up from distance. That puts Homestead up 3. Other end, Vikings making their size a priority in this one. The pass ahead to 6'9" Sawyer Stoltz. That's an easy layup, 1-point game. Back on the other end, Sparty gets a mismatch. 6'6" Goody on 5'7" Devin Newcomb. He gets the bucket to go. Goody finishing with just 10 tonight, though. Other end, Stoltz, nice step through, gets the layup again. And then on the block, Stoltz gets the roll on the hook shot. He had a game-high 20. Vikings led by 2 after 1. In the second, back comes Sparty. Xavier Overstreet pure on the corner triple. But they were just no match for the Vikings tonight. Trey Williams, the answer with a tray of his own. Huntington led by 1 at half. They pull away to win 48-34. That snaps Homestead's 5-straight sectional streak.
I'll be honest with you, I think we played very well. They probably didn't play very well either, but that game was about poise and toughness. I thought both teams just battled and fought.
We just came out, executed our game plan. We just did what we had to do to win. We didn't hold back. We kept our foot on the pedal the whole game, even when we were up. We just never stopped as a team.
I think it was just a team effort. I mean, we didn't really focus on Homestead. We were just focusing on ourselves, and we're ready to come out the next game the same way and perform just as good as we did tonight.
I'm happy for our kids. We got a great senior group. They've been through all the battles with me. I've been there 4 years. They started as freshmen, so I'm happy for them. They're deserving of it.
Up next for Huntington is a date with Southside on Friday. That game tips at 6 p.m. Another big-time 4A matchup up in DeKalb tonight. Co-SAC champs Carroll and Northrop squaring off in the Sectional 5 opener. Buckets were tough to come by in this one, especially in the half court, so the Bruins get out and run. Quaylen Pettis, that's an easy 2. Moments later, big Sidney Curry doing what he does on the offensive glass. That puts the Bruins up 9 just before halftime. Early third quarter now. Chargers trying to cut into that deficit. Daniel McKeeman drops in 2 of his team-high 12. But Carroll could just never get it going offensively, thanks in part to 4 steals from Isaac Anderson. He leads the way with 13 points. Bruins move on with a 41-31 win. They'll play DeKalb on Friday. On to Sectional 4 at Elkhart. Warsaw taking on Elkhart Memorial. The two met last week for the Northern Lakes Conference title. Tonight they meet again in the opener of the Elkhart Sectional. The Tigers get off to a great start. Ball trapped in the corner. They force the turnover. Nolan Groninger lays it in on the other end. Tigers built a 15-point halftime lead. The Chargers made it interesting in the third. DeArjun Lewis spotting up from the top of the key, drains it. That helped get the Warsaw lead down to single digits. Then Hank Smith, the drive, and look at the finish. Memorial cut the deficit to 7, but Warsaw wouldn't let them get any closer. They break the pressure. Jalen Reese finishes with the flush. Warsaw wins 65-50. They get Elkhart Central on Friday nights. Move down to Class 3A now. Sectional 22 at Garrett. Rematch of last year's title game between defending champ Angola and Concordia. Hornets hop in front out of the gate. Nice feed from Joel Knox leads to an easy Luke Honer lay-in. Then it's Blake Pocock. He flies off the screen, sets the feet, straight bottoms, baby. Angola up 5. Cadets not going down without a fight. Late in the first quarter, Braden Pearson cuts into that deficit with a 3. Concordia would trail by 4 after 1. That'd be your final margin. Dyer Ball and Angola hang on to win 43-39. So the Hornets get Garrett on Friday on the other side of the bracket. Woodland awaits the winner of New Haven and Leo. This is a close game when we pick it up midway through the third quarter. It's the freshman DJ Allen giving Leo a 2-point lead with this triple. But the Bulldogs fight back. Thomas Latham taking the rookie to school on the other end for 2. That was just pretty. New Haven retakes the lead, and they're not giving it back. Later, Bulldogs out and running. Donovan Lewis, he converts in transition. And then in the fourth, it's Lewis locating a wide-open Demarie Dial in the corner. Bulldogs pull away late and win 54-40. Staying in Class 3A, Sectional 23 at Belmont, Norwell taking on Mississinawa tonight. It was Ole Miss getting out to the early lead. Anthony Horton drives, drops in the floater for 2 of his 7. Indians up 4 after 1. In the second, back comes Norwell. Have a night, Will Geiger. The bounce off the nice post fade to pull the Knights within 1. Later in the quarter, Norwell up 2. Now Geiger, the steal. He takes it the other way, slams it home. He had 12 of his game-high 18 in the first half. Then other guys started joining the fun. Drew Federspiel, one of his 4 triples in the second quarter. He added 17. And then Levi Leidig, he hits from deep for 3 of his 11. Knights explode for 25 in the quarter. They led by 11 at half. They roll to the 60-40 win. They get Marion Friday at 6. Staying at Belmont, the other game of the night, Heritage squaring off with Bishop Luers. Early first, Nayland Thompson to drive. He gets the layup to drop. The sophomore exploding for 24. Unfortunately, it's a team game. Heritage showing you just that. Cameron Mitchell, no on the drive. Jaden Harris there for the follow for 2 of his 16 to tie things up. Other end, Jalen Causey, 3-ball from the wing, puts the Knights back up 2, but he had just 5 points. The Patriots able to spread their scoring out. Alec Burton on the drive, give him the hoop and the harm. He had 16 as well to lead the way. Heritage wins 61-55. They'll face Belmont Friday in the late game. In Sectional 21 at Wawasee, Northwood topping Fairfield in the early game, 53-33. They get Tippecanoe Valley Friday at 6 in the late game. West Noble down in Lakeland, 58-47. They'll play the host Warriors in the late game on Friday. Up to LaGrange County we go. Class 2A Sectional 35 action saw the Central Noble Cougars facing sectional host Westview. Westview team pretty good. Elijah Hales offensive board out to Charlie Yoder. He drives through the lane, fights a couple of Cougs to get the bucket. Siena would start to mount a little comeback, down double digits at one point. Lucas Deck the length of the floor. Cougars starting to claw back later on. Ridley Zolman, he gets Hales to bite on the pump fake, steps in, drains the short jumper. Cougs within 9 at one point, but Westview just too much to handle tonight. They can do it on the break. Jordan Schrock receives the long pass, lays it in. That ends Central Noble's season. They fall 60-47. Westview gets Whitco Friday at 6. Game 2 of the night featuring Prairie Heights taking on Bremen. Strong start for the Panthers. Mike Perkins in for the layup. No, but the big man, Elijah Malone, fights for the board, goes up and gets his 2 to roll in. A few possessions later off the inbound pass, the ball finding its way to Bremen's Brooks Feldman. He's all alone, gets the Lions on the board. Later on, good heads-up play here from Perkins. Lays in 2 for Prairie Heights, but he wasn't done. Steals the inbounds. He gets fouled. He would make 1 of his 2 from the line, and the Panthers, well, let's just say they'd run away with it from there. Lane Batchelor, 2 more for Prairie Heights. They move on with the 61-43 win. They'll face LaVille Friday night in the late game. More from Class 2A. Eastside hosting Sectional 36. Blazers welcoming Canterbury to town tonight. The guys in green are in firm control late third quarter. This tray from Noah Johnson puts Eastside up 8, but the Cavs would battle back early in the fourth. Nice back cut here from Jalen Williams, gets the kind roll. Then moments later, more from Williams, this time doing it with the drive. 6-0 Canterbury run, cuts the deficit down to 2, but the Blazers have an answer. Chase Franz strung to the rack for a pair. Eastside holds on to win 54-48. They'll take on Adams Central in the semis on Friday night. The nightcap in Butler features Chris Paul's Churubusco Eagles and the South Adams Starfires. Late second quarter, little pick and pop action. Jackson Paul to Gage Kelly. He finds the bottom in the net. Busco up 8. Starfires able to make a run just before the break. Nick Miller, a beast on the football field, a beast on the backboards. And then, with time winding down in the half, Aiden Warner able to come up with the loose ball, beats the buzzer to cut the deficit down to 4. But the Eagles pull away late and win easily, 58-47. They'll play Bluffton Friday night. In Sectional 37 from Oak Hill, Manchester topping Rochester 53-33. They'll play Lewis Cass Friday at 6. In the night game, Wabash rolling North Miami 86-35. The Apaches will play the host Oak Hill Friday at 7:30. Down to Class A action at Tri-Central. Carson Barrett and the Central Catholic Knights taking on the Southwood Knights in a rematch from last year's sectional semis. First quarter, CC moving the ball all over the court. Barrett finally finishes with the right hand. That's pretty. Southwood responds in the second quarter. Carson Rich driving and finishing for 2. Dave Barrett wants a couple stops and scores, and he'd get plenty. Loose ball, Brenner Oliver out to A.J. Bourdonnais. He gets to the other end and finishes through the contact. Plus the foul, Central Catholic wins 77-42, ending Southwood's season. In sectional 52, Fremont, the host, they downed Smith Academy 68-55. Tanner Bainfeld with 39 points to lead the way. Fremont gets Bethany Christian Friday at 6. And finally, in sectional 55 at West Dell, Southern Wells steamrolling Anderson Prep 74-50. The Raiders will face Cowan in the late game on Friday.